Welcome to the Insiders Audio Notes. No wine tonight. We're looking at ice cream. 38 degrees down here, Matty, or I think it's still 34, and we are 22:02 p.m. Father's Day.
Wild.
Up there was one of my top five best days. My oldest son used to appease me by coming down and having one wave or two waves on Father's Day with me. He never surfed, but quick shout out to Junior, who just this week got the news back that he's already got 2 degrees. He's got a bachelor in law and a bachelor in history and got accepted in the masters. He's 21, but he couldn't get a set wave anyway. To each their own. Huh? Uh, young young mate. Young mate, come down the beach with me today. I've got best friends here from Australia. The little brother of my departed best ever mate from when we were 10. He's also got a French wife and they live in Australia. They're opposite to us. Our kids have known each other since they were kids, like two, one. My youngest took about 4 years off surfing after he got dunked out the back one day, which he forced me to take him out. We all, me and my mate, his two son and daughter, who are just water babies because they're from Sunny Coast, and me and my son went out. He had the best surf of his life, he told me tonight, and he's frothing to get back there. Whether anything happens about this or not, it was just an ultimate Father's Day for me. I had two people back up at the cafe, so for once I had like 2 hours free, and it's amazing what just a little bit of free time on the weekend on a beautiful, hot, stinking hot, by the way, sunny day, 2 foot and clean, 2 foot and sheet glass, or 1 to 2 foot.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
It's nothing that would get you out of bed apart from being on the beach with three or four families. And I went and grabbed 470 softboards out of the surf camp, and just so much fun you can have.
Yeah. Yeah. So much fun. That's amazing.
Now shut up.
No, you don't shut up, but that is amazing. Yeah, it's amazing what a bit what that can do. Especially, to finish a week and leading into a new week, because I've seen that you guys are gonna cook this week as well. Um Also, yeah, for me, bit of a wild
Side note,
one.
side note, Matty, they're calling 41 tomorrow,
Yeah,
then a 42 and maybe a 45. Now I'm struggling to comprehend with that because I've never seen that temperature ever in my 28
that's
years here.
yeah, that's wild. That is
We'll
so, I
see.
mean, yeah, that is. I saw today that it was 37, and that's crazy heat, let alone 41 and then above that. That is mental. I had a bit of a weird one this week that I thought I'd bring up on the poddy. So I had a surf on Thursday, and the forecast was good, but the waves, like, in reality, weren't. Like, there was some size to them, but the wind was all funky and weird and stuff. And I had a bit of a shocker, but then I was surfing with a couple of good surfers, and they messaged me after as well, like, because I got out a bit earlier and stuff, and they were like, geez, that was bad, like, didn't get a good wave at all, which made me feel a little bit better. But like, that night, that was a Thursday night, and then I was walking the dog with the missus, and I said to her, I'm going to get up really, really early tomorrow and go for a surf. And she was like, well, why? And I was like, because I didn't get a good wave. I was like, there's something eating me up right now. I can't stop thinking about it. And then the next morning, I got up extra early. Like, I had work, but I got up extra early, walked the dog extra early, got an hour surfing before work, and like, second wave, caught a really nice wave, and actually done one of the better, like, kind of tail slide turns that I've done in a long time. And I was like, that's all I needed. Like, done. And I was explaining that to her, and she doesn't understand it. She thinks I'm a weirdo.
Mate, I had a similar event this week. I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday's uh, afternoon they don't have school, and my son, because he's in surf club this year, first year for years, and he was like, I want to go," because he's not getting many waves at the surf club training on the weekend. He's just doing what the rest of the world has to do when you start surfing, and you got to paddle for yourself without someone pushing you into a wave, and that's like just keep paddling for
Yeah.
an hour and a half, and maybe not even catch one. So anyway, they come down at 1 o'clock after we finish school, and we tried to get out, and it was 1.2 13 seconds, and I thought it was only 2 3 foot before we went down there, and it was 4 foot sets and never-ending sets. On one side, we got washed in off this flat sandbank, had to go down the beach, and to his credit, like he did, and he copped the board to the head. I thought like a few years ago he just would like chucked a wiggly a darkie and went in. And then we went down to a whole other spot and we were swimming out and everything. It's quite physical as a father for any other father out there or someone who's a surf coach or whatever that's been doing this. It's super physical. So at the end of it all, I said, we got back to the towels and he was like, I'm done. He wanted a sandwich. He was starving. And I was like, look, I just want to get one.
Yeah.
And like I said, look, I'll be 5 minutes. Get a picture. I'm going to try and get a picture. My missus got a picture of it. I went out and then again, meet same thing. I had to do 20 duck dives, and I got out because there was these super fun rides coming along at this and just rip no one out. When as soon as it's tide's a bit higher and all looks all pretty, there's like 60 people out. Got through, sat there for like 30 seconds, took off on one like immediately. Two pumps, floater, little layback, come in. I was
Done.
only out there for 2 minutes, and it was
Yeah.
one way for the whole day. And people were saying to me, "Oh, did you surf?" And like you're nearly thinking, "Well, did I?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I had one wave, and it was good enough. But the one and done has been a dream of mine for many years. I've dreamt of the one and done at Lenore to go out and get like the bomb out the back and get barreled, which I have had a few really good barrels out there, but it's, every few years, like, but I've dreamt of that one where I get and then just where my ego and conscience and patience tells me that's enough and come
Yeah.
in. So we'll see if I can do it.
Did you
Or
talking about
is this a
Lenore?
dream of other people, I wonder,
Yeah.
listeners? The one and done, I think it's just got something sexy about it.
I think, yeah, like obviously, especially when you're in a rush. Um, talking about Lenore, did you see the wave that longboarder got out there?
I saw it live, Matty. I'm not impressed. I'll tell you again. He got towed in. It was lame.
Did he get towed
So
in?
that's
Oh,
just
okay,
my
cool.
opinion. That's just my opinion. I saw there's some dude I know from the pay Basque or something, and said all these people were saying something, and he said, "Yeah, towing," and it wasn't even that big a day, so I
No,
like got that.
it was just
But
quite an
I'm a
impressive.
commenter,
I didn't realize it was a tow in, otherwise I wouldn't have mentioned it to be fair. But
and to each their own. Again,
it was just
sorry
it was just
for my
different to watch.
negativity.
But hey, yeah, it's just different to watch. But
Hey,
what else has been
oh,
going?
Matty, I've got to bring something up again. I'm full of the juice here, and then I'm done. Then you can take over and we can get back to it. So on the way home, yeah, I was driving, man, and I didn't know who it was against. Go back and listen if you didn't hear it, or same with listeners. Katie Simmers, one of our favourites, after her heat, who I didn't know who it was against at the time, and she said, "Look, I'm staying with this girl." They asked her a question, so she's just beat Bella
Bella,
Kenilworthy,
yeah.
who's a childhood mate.
Hmm.
It's the most in-depth, uh, soul displaying bunch of words I've ever heard Katie say. Well, to get no, don't get me wrong. Sometimes she can blurb out. I tell you, for someone who's quite, let's say, reclusive or introverted or autistic. Did you hear that? It's incredible. I'll try and look at it on Heat Analyzer. Um, you'll be able to get it on Heat Analyzer of the next heat after her. She
Yeah,
says how they're mates. She didn't really want to beat her. She really loves her. It's such a hard sport. There's so much pressure. They're world-class athletes. All this stuff. It was incredible. It was incredible to listen to, and I like her even more.
yeah, I did hear it, and I 100% share that sentiment as well of how much I like her even more. And then I think it was the day after, I realized that Katie actually is editing a new film with Bella in it as well. So it's Katie, Bella, and Sawyer Lindblad. And there's a new edit coming out that Katie, it's like Toasted Media, which is Katie's thing, and
Mm.
she's editing it and stuff while she's on tour as well. So she's staying with her. She's a childhood best friend. She's competing against her on the world tour. She wants her to do well, and obviously Bella's not like got it that easy and stuff. She doesn't really want to beat her. Plus, she's free surfing with her. She's like making a film together. They'll probably end up like maybe touring it together or releasing it and kind of thing as well. So an extra like added layer on it as well. And I thought it was classy from Katie. I actually think that a few of the tour have dropped a bit of their like heavy media training kind of answers. There's a few who've still got it and they're just boring. But like, I thought Leo, after we didn't really mention it, but his speech after he won El Salvador, I thought was quality. Like the fact that how he said like how hard the sport is and stuff like that is, I think was really, really cool. I thought Tyler Wright gave a couple of really good interviews in El Salvador.
Yeah, she
And
did. She did. And she did. And usually she's so hard to listen to, but
yeah. And then Katie again. And there was also someone else, Tia Zabrowski, actually. Even what she said, I thought was quite powerful when she said, if someone had told me a year ago that I'd be beating two of the,
Marissa.
well, Carissa and Steph, she beat Steph and
Did she
Carissa.
beat Chris in the quarter? So let's go to Brazil. What do you think? 2 days in, it's such an amazing comp. I lost uh, five of my men's
Same.
heat by round two. Like
I was
just
like, trust me to trust
demolished.
my fantasy team to jinx. Like, so I left out Griff, I left out Ethan, I left out all those people. I went Brazil heavy, Medina, Toledo, Diego, Mateus Hurdy. I know he had a Brazilian matchup, and then Oscar Berry and Eli Hanneman. And yeah, literally by the end of round two, Diego was left. Like
Yeah, man, I've got Yago left too, and but
Felipe,
paradoxically, my women's side went running hot because I thought Tia was a good chance. I put her in my team. I knew when I was doing it was stupid. I whammied what's her name, Aaron Brooks. Like,
well, you also called Tatiana. Like in our last poddy, you actually said you think Tati would go good.
did I? I don't
Um,
think so.
but yeah, I I also had the same. My women have gone good. Um,
It's such
still,
a hard comp. I've listened to a couple of the professional podcasts lately, and I really hate to sound like that old guy, but I do really remember me and Fipsy and Bradley just pissing ourselves on the side when Gracie used to give us tips on how to save money, some of these things that he'd do with different cars, different license plates for the same car, so or two license plates for two cars, so he didn't have to pay insurance and all these things that we found quite quirky, etc. Which then, when you're looking back, when now I'm 15 years older, and I think the genius of it. And I'm listening to a couple of these people that are a lot younger than me and who think they know everything because, they're pretty good surfers or they've done this and that. And they don't. None of us know everything. There's a lot, there's probably 5,000 people, let's 10,000 people in the world watching these comps, like me and you, religiously, that don't have the same ability as them, but have still got good enough eyes and follow the sport enough to get an inkling for who goes where, seen some of these people live, and then you get a comp like this, which is just a whole
yeah.
rat trap
So,
full of backwash, and anything could happen. Callum Robson laying that air against Toledo, it was
yeah,
fucking sick. It should have been a 9.5.
he doesn't fall as well. That's like the third or fourth time this year because obviously he done the one on when he was on the Challenger Series
Newcastle to get him
in
in.
yeah, and then he had one somewhere else and then and stuff. Um,
He's such a good surfer.
It's so good. And do you know what I realized actually? Because weirdly, I was listening to a couple of podcasts, and I've also had a little epiphany, similar lines where there's all of these people. So I listened to all of the preseason podcasts, right? And they were all like Erin, Tia, Katie, Molly. They're going to be untouchable. Why is Steph come back? Why is Carissa coming back? Like
Carissa's cracking on for a world title here,
um,
man.
Lakey should give it up. Sally should give it up. Blah blah blah. And then event one, they're like, "Oh, well done to like." I mean, Gabby Bryant won event one, so sweet, whatever. But then it was Lakey, and then it was Steph, and then it was Carissa, and every pre-event they say the same thing. They go, "Oh, Erin's got to do good. She's too good not to. It's a backwashy left where she could do this, doesn't do it. Like, oh, this person's got to go good. They're due, blah blah blah, and it doesn't happen." And I'm like, actually, when are they gonna? When are these people actually gonna maybe like turn around and go,
Have a bit of humble pie, you reckon?
yeah, shit. This is like, this is what experience. This is the difference between experience and talent and just talent. Like, because
Or just just filming at perfect ways like macaronis or wherever, or good days at Rockies, filming edits. Like she's an amazing surfer, and don't get me wrong, but she's not set the world on fire in a comp rush, and it's not
not
looking
yet.
like she's going to start, to tell you the truth.
She just,
If anywhere
yeah.
she's got a good chance, it's soft 3 foot trestles.
Do you not think
She
as well
she
though?
could turn in. Hmm?
Do you not think as well? It goes to show how the year that Katie turned the tour down was probably massive in her
Yeah.
development.
Yep. And even though she's having a great event now, and my neighbour who's got the surf shop next to the cafe, he's super stoked that Tia's she's in the
Yeah.
semis. So to give her a bit more confidence, which is great too. I think the same thing. But I still think she probably should have turned this year down, because that's like, what's it going to change to her life? The fact leaving one more year than doing the tour when you're just a kid.
Well,
It
Tia's got a
who knows?
massive decision to make now because if she say best case example, she
You could
wins this.
win this.
If she wins it, then she probably doesn't have to do the challenges because she
She's got a good
probably
crack
would.
of winning it now with a little bit of confidence. It is just a haggis of a wave. But who else is it left in it?
On the women's side,
Lawyer Slim, Gabby
uh,
Bryan got knocked out, didn't she, by someone?
yeah. So I was halfway through watching the last bit, and I couldn't remember if Katie, because I think Katie was losing when I
Katie's
last
out.
looked. I think she lost. So semi-finals are, because this was the other person I was going to talk about. Tia Zabrowski versus Nadia Eristabe, and then
Oh yeah, Nadia looks unreal. She's really
unbelievable. It's
undergoing.
mental to
No
think
stickers. No stickers on the front of the board.
she didn't make a heat last year, and this
Mm.
year she's just on fire. And then Caroline Marks, Sawyer Lindblad in the other heat. And Joe Sawyer is a weapon. Like I
Oh, she's got
think,
such a great. So, like, that was someone else I wanted to mention, because I've slagged her off before. Inadvertently, just because I just think she lacks a bit of commitment in the big waves. But I would love to be able to surf like Caroline Marks. And there was one
yeah,
heat that she surfed at Punta Ruca where the first half of the heat, I was just going, come off it. She just wasn't going vert. And I know it's hard there to go vert, and she was doing her turns, but she was mixing and matching. But what she did was that famous cliche of build the house, where she was finishing waves with 5 turns and getting a six and warming up. It's only 30 minutes they're out there. Sometimes I think we forget that these people have just got to get in the water and switch on. And by the end of her heat, she was like top to bottom, ripping, perfect timing. She's got really good timing, front side and back side. She can really ride a tube really well, front side. I don't know about a backside tube riding. She's maybe not going to charge, but they could get a Chopu, and it could be
she does
four
send
foot.
it in. She does send it at Chopes.
She's not going to send it at 8 foot. Like I'm telling you, I've seen
Yeah,
it. There's no chance that she's not going to. But it doesn't mean it's going to be 8 foot. It could be four
yeah,
foot.
yeah.
If
I
it's eight
rate.
foot, you've got Betty Lou, who's not as good as them, who'd send it. I've said, I won't keep saying it. Katie, Molly. I think Nadia will have a good dig, but I don't think she's got. But you never know. She lives near Mundaka. We'll soon see.
We'll soon
But
see.
Caroline Marks, just to go back to that, like she's just such a great technique. And what's
And
wrong with her? You can't be good at everything.
I agree. And we also, slash you also, especially, need to maybe give a little bit of like a hat nod to Gabriella Bryant going left because
Hey
she
man, I put her
she
in my
ripped the
10.
bag out of one.
She does. She absolutely. Hey, if it's backside and turns, trust me, I think she's the best, like
Yeah.
front side and turns. But I'm saying more barrel riding,
Yeah, no, yeah.
and if she clicks that,
Yeah.
which Americans, especially American wines, they've just got that work ethic that I don't
Apparently
think anyone else in the world has.
apparently she spent the off season in Fiji and
Well, there you go.
a couple
So
of trips to Chopes. So
something could come up that we see. You see it with basketball players, you see it with their footballers, you see it with all their sportsmen. They've just even their like workers, their company owners. They've just got this unbelievable work ethic that I don't know if anyone else in the world's got, apart from potentially the Japanese. Um, what else?
yeah.
What else did you think about the comp? I mean, the men's side's been pretty gnarly. Look at Ethan into the quarters. You wouldn't think it, but he has got an insane backside. Leo's on fire. He's got heaps of confidence.
Yeah, Leo looks like he's on a different planet at the moment. He looks like he's just got that thing where the waves are just coming to him. Like he's just on the best waves of every heat and then he's just not falling. He's just ripping the bag out of every single one. Um, I think Yago is still very, very dangerous in this. Cowley again looking really good. And then there's just like there's
Well,
people,
Cowley's going to requalify. Here's
yeah.
another result for him. Here's another result for him, and then he's going in. He's going to get one result, you'd
This
think,
is the
out of
super
two.
interesting thing is like there's people now who you wouldn't have think needs to think about it. Like, are they having to double qualify? Like people,
Jack's going to requalify. He's looking safe, and he's coming into a good. I don't think he's got a chance at the world title, but
no,
he's in 13th, Matty.
at the moment,
So yeah, at the moment. So
yeah.
really, he's got two good events,
I
three
think
really good events. He's got
another good
choke.
result for Liam so far.
Oh, yeah,
I
such a
mean,
good surfer.
and Morgs again, like
He's
Morgs has
still in
got
it, Morgs,
yeah,
isn't
Morgs
he?
has
He's
got
quarters.
yeah, Morgs has got Jarochenko, Leo's got Sammy Pupo, Cowley's got Ethan, and Yago's got Miggy Poops. So
You know
uh,
what? I reckon Cowley's a chance with this. I
well,
think
when you look at that run, it's Morgs or Jao versus Leo or Sammy, and then Cowley, Ethan, Yago. It's like on that top side,
Cowley's got Ethan, has he?
yeah,
That's a really good heat. They're both so strong, so strong. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's such a hard wave with all that backwash and trying to land one of those turns. And like Kanoa, who's got one of the best techniques on tour, I watched his heat, and there was about three bottom turns that when he went for it, but I can't remember if it was bottom turn or top turn, the thing just went, oh, and he
yeah,
still was able to somehow get through it. It didn't look great, but he got through it and then finished the wave off cleanly where anyone else would just pull off. You just pull off and think you're a kook. I'll
yeah. And
never,
there's a few
you'll
where
never see me at that beach, Matt.
no.
Ever,
There's a few
ever.
like I was watching Philippe's heat and he was taking off on some waves that looked like they were going to be good and then the backwash and the warble and then he just couldn't do anything with it. It was it was a pretty like there's not been really that many like super standout moments, but there's been some good like I guess like giant killing and stuff like that. And there's a couple I was watching it and there's a couple
Are
of
we going to
questions.
go on a tour break after this? And this we got to
Yeah.
watch edits and stuff because what do they have a couple of months off, don't they?
Not months. No, I think they've got I think they've got a few weeks. I think they've got nearly a month off.
I'm calling a couple of months, but we'll check it out. I'm going into the schedule now. Who's your? I mean, it's irrelevant. Yeah. Look at that. The next event's August the 8th, which is not a couple of months, but not far off a couple of months.
Yeah, true.
full of July, 7 weeks maybe,
But then,
which is
but you've
good.
got the not that it is, but you've got the first two events of the Chang, haven't you, starting soon?
Yeah, we don't care about that. We're not going to. Yeah, well, we'll
Oh, we
we
do care
will
about the
talk about
Chang.
them if we've got nothing else to talk about. But um, who who are you calling for a winner though? I'm going Tia Cowley.
I think I'm gonna go Sawyer
Well, the
Lindblad.
French. It'll probably be Sammy.
I'm gonna go boyfriend. I'm gonna say it's the first time ever
Oh, that'd be sick, huh?
that a boy and a boyfriend and girlfriend take up the same event. So I'm going Ethan and Sawyer.
See, how much will that flip people out that Ethan wins at Backwash left? And
Yeah,
I did hear that Stacey Galbraith say one thing because I've said it here before. I know it because he's one of his home breaks is a really good left, and
yeah,
he's
you
got
say it
an
all the time.
insane backhand. When you watch it,
And
it's insane.
it's also a bit like
Except
I
he
say
doesn't do
about
airs. It's just so top to bottom, which I just think what looks better than that. He's going to go
yeah.
good at Fiji too, huh?
I say this about Jack Robinson is everyone says he's a like look, and I'm not saying he's not. Everyone says he's a hell barrel rider, and he is. He's one of the best in the world in the barrel. He doesn't win barreling comps. He wins grindy pipe, grindy G-land. He's won 12 events, and I guarantee obviously two of them are Margaret River was not barreling. Like
Well,
you
maybe this is the year where Jackie,
yeah,
who's
takes
won
out Chopes.
nine events, compared to Kanara and Leo's one, which is pretty crazy when you think about
He's won
where
12.
where he steps into the same realm of folklore surfers
Yeah.
as Kelly and John and maybe Tommy Carroll, those crew that are the undisputed kings of heavy water hell
Yeah.
pits, and where he just takes an event out and just wipes the floor
How
with
ironic
everyone.
would
I
it be?
love to see that.
It'll be so mental if he has one of the worst years ever and he wins Tropes and Pipe and probably comes fifth in the world. Like it would be crazy. Like and then other years,
Jobs and Fiji 3 weeks apart,
yeah,
or
yeah,
someone else. I mean, Gabe got knocked out first heat.
yeah,
That's how dogger that wave is. It is dogger. I really want Brazil to always stay on the world tour. I think it's got a place. If you're going to be world champ, you got to win everywhere, really.
yeah. And to be
It's
fair,
not, it is a world tour. It means that everywhere in the world.
yeah. And to be fair, I quite enjoyed watching it. Like I didn't enjoy it's not like I
Everyone
just
I
enjoyed
know
it
was watching it. We were
quite
watching it down at
I
the
enjoyed
surf
it. It
camp,
was quite different.
cafe. There was kids coming to watch it.
It's not a wave where I watch it and go, like you said, I don't watch it and go, "Oh, I might book a flight to
Book a
go.
flight there for the next.
Yeah,
Well,
I might fancy a bit of that. It's like I don't do that, but I do half enjoy watching it. And
I'd rather watch these. See, like I love free surfing. I love all that, but I'd rather watch these guys with a great commentary team, even though a lot of them can be annoying, good camera angles, all that stuff. Then these bunch of YouTube cowboys going around the fucking world blowing up spots that are not like secret spots, but like have got guys been going on for 20 years. I just saw one before to watch it, and it just pissed me off where they're on boats and they're blah, blah, blah. Just leave that stuff alone. At least these spots where the comps are going, everyone knows about them. You need to have spots like that, but the rest of them, you know what it's like in this world of surfing. You're surfing. You're now part of this instant crowd where no one's got an absolute idea what's going on, like any etiquette or anything else. Now they get there by watching all these YouTube ponies.
yeah, I mean, I think there's a place for both of it, and I think like we've definitely championed some of the YouTube ponies, like so.
Yes, we have,
And we've
and I
hated on
regret
the
it.
we've hated on the tour. We've loved the tour. We've hated on YouTubers. We love YouTubers. Like it is what it is. But I do think that like there's
I tell you
more
one though, we are consistent in our love of surfboards.
exactly. And I think Sakura's got a spot and should be on the world tour. And I think this year with the variety of waves beforehand and the variety of waves coming after, it's like you can deal with it and it's palatable. If you was going like terrible wave, terrible wave, terrible wave, terrible wave, then you'd start to question like, what are we doing? Like, why is this
I
tour
do like
happening?
your use of the word palatable.
I appreciate that. Also, I still haven't, and I'm still struggling to wonder why there's this like mini cut for just the. I still don't understand it. Like with the way that the tour is going, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's stupid. Now that you look at it in retrospect, just for one, it is stupid. Um, Here's one for you. Don't fucking spend your money on a twin pin unless you got a lot of money or you got spare money. I'm telling you, I surfed another one the other day, and only thing that ever happens is I think, geez, I wish this had a thruster or a quad because they don't go unless the waves are really good. I had a couple of great. I had one of the best turns ever as well on a keel twin, my 610 epoxy OBE Fipsy, but nearly any other time, unless you got a, phew, that's
did
just my
it
opinion.
did
I
it have
just reckon people
channels?
can. I just reckon you got to be better spend with
Ha-
your money.
Has it got channels?
No,
See, I've got the Morning of the Earth Fiji, which is a twin
when you
pin.
jump to your feet, can you pump it and it just takes off immediately?
It feels like, and I also had a, so I got the Morning of Fiji, and I had a Not Quite Right by Fipsy with a round tail with channels, and if you pop up and your feet are just in, like I don't have a tail pad on the board, but if you imagined a tail pad on the board and you had your foot just in front of it, you can just half pump and you fly. And if your back foot's further back, the grip that the channels give on those two boards I've had, like I've ridden it in. I mean, I took the Morning of the Earth to Hossegor and rode it in some pretty hollow waves and was taking some kind of late drops and felt like the board was just gonna like beforehand. I was like, oh, maybe this will just spin around. And the grip that the channels with the fins were giving worked, but I also have ridden a couple without channels and have the same thoughts that you
And
do.
I've got limited time left on this earth, and they're just hard to ride and hard to get my head around. And I want to jump up on a board and think, go where it's going. And then you got speed. And when you go for a turn, know that you're not going to go or anything like that. So I
Yeah.
think Gracie's here in a few weeks. I'm ordering one of his all-time shapes that he came out with one year because he was on a roll called the Big Boy that came 6 months after released the Little Boy because yeah, we were a little bit like creatively limited at the time. But but insane board, and I'm getting it as a quad. And
How good does the super bad egg look from Fipsy? Have you seen that?
yeah, sick. And I surfed with him on one of those sessions, I think. Yeah, sick, sick.
I also had a pretty good email this week from Tom Morat saying,
Tom, is he coming to Europe?
yeah, he said he's messaged saying he's landing first week of July and that my board's being shaped because I've got an order in with
I'm
him
gonna
and
try
stuff.
and get him up to the coffee shop. I'll shout him lunch
It
and
said,
then see if I can kidnap him out into the backyard and do a potty with him.
yeah, he said it. My board should be ready by the first week of August, which is incredible. And then I'm coming down for the Quicksilver Festival, so I'm just gonna have to get someone to.
There you putting more money into another twin, but we won't go there.
No,
I've had
that's
enough.
actually a 2+1. So,
Oh, but there you go. That's all right. Yeah, yeah. 2+1. That's a bit better.
and I've got a quad on
I'm
the way. Actually, that's the funny thing is I've got a quad that's going to be arriving the second week of July.
I'm
Um,
thinking about getting rid of 3 or 4 boards and ordering a Fipsy quad and a Gracie quad at the same time. Six,
so
seven, and 9.
the quad that so I've already semi-determined what boards I'm going to bring to France when I come down, and I'm going to bring the 6'4" Delma, so the Margot model that I've ordered, and
For me to surf.
I'm
Sick.
purely bringing it so you can have a go on it.
There you go. Well, I'll be waiting with bated breath for that. We've got a few months before that happens, and I don't want time to go quickly. This is my favorite time of the year. Long days. We're just about to go into the most sweltering heat wave of a week. Hey, if you're in town and you're listening to this, I make the best SAE in town. So come past.
Facts. Facts.
All right, that's facts. All right, Matty, thanks for coming.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say thanks. We're gonna do just so anyone because we had a couple of messages about it. I just wanted to say we've got a full review of the Ritual Vision ritualistic tendencies coming, but it's gonna be after I have gone to Mexico. So it's gonna be
It's
a
a,
couple of weeks and you'll have to wait for it.
well, there you go. You open a can of worms with the old does it by mentioning something. Here's something that I thought was interesting the other day. I thought, how you were telling me about poor old underground Torren Martin. He doesn't get enough recognition. I just had a little bit of a quick look-see at his YouTube views. Are you kidding me? What's the boat one? Calippo?
Yeah. Well,
2.5 million.
Calypti, but yeah.
Clipty, 2.5 million. A couple of his other. The dude takes out every other surfer that there is, and he's not trying hard. They're 1 hour, 1 hour, some 1 hour Calippi.
I mean, he's in his
It's
own lane
just
though.
amazing footage, so
You
easy to relate to, beautiful surfing,
you
and
can't really get that from anyone else, which is what's great
it's
about it is
unfake.
you like so I just said ritualistic tendencies has dropped. We've watched it. We're gonna do a thing on it.
Insane.
Former have just dropped their new film called Defect, which I'm yet to watch, but it's on that similar vibe, similar kind of classic surf with music, blah blah blah. But Torrens the only person doing what Torrens doing, so I'm not
Hey, let's
surprised.
say what's this one? Ritualistic tendencies.
Yeah,
Couple of the best filmers there are. Couple of the biggest names in surfing. Full production, backed by Quickie and everything. Torrens with his mate.
yeah,
Uh, One
yeah.
filmer drops 2 edits a year. Doesn't have to be a YouTube pony. Couple of edits a year. It's lifestyle things.
Blows out of the
Still, for
water.
me, hands down, surf of the year. So anyway, that's what I reckon.
Well, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Au revoir.
Au revoir.